Our guest on This is America and the World is Ambassador Cho Yoon-je. The ambassador represents the Republic of Korea to the United States. Ambassador Cho is an honorary professor at Sogong University in Seoul and formerly served as head of the Republic of Korea's mission to Great Britain. Mr. Ambassador, thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you. It's a great honor to be interviewed in such a prestigious program. Yeah.
Thank you for that compliment. Thank you so much. Olympics. We're right on the eve of the Olympics. Very exciting for the Korean Peninsula, for South Korea. What's the importance of the global importance of the Olympics for South Korea?
The Olympics symbolizes peace, harmony, and cooperation in the global community. And as you know, Korean Peninsula contains the most heavily militarized border dividing North and South. And I think this Olympic will show the people in the world that be the peace, Olympic of peace. Now, North Korean athlete team is going to participate in the games, crossing the border, and I'm sure it will help reduce the tensions between the North and the South Korea, and will signifies the peace and the cooperation in Korean Peninsula and Northeast Asia and beyond.
So a step forward, huh?
Yes.
A little a thaw between the two leaders, Chairman Kim in the north and our president, Trump here. A war of words, huh? But cool down a bit, huh?
Yes, it shows inter-Korean relations, which will definitely be a positive step to more peaceful cooperation and a peaceful peninsula in the future.
Do you know how many athletes will come from how many different countries?
We anticipate that about 75,000 people, including athletes, reporters,
VIPs,
yes, and Olympic
staff,
officials, and we also expect more than 80,000 tourists coming for this Winter Olympics. And my government has been inviting the leaders of countries. So we anticipate quite a number of world leaders coming to celebrate.
Do you think that we'll have senior levels coming from United States?
Yes, U.S. for its part announced recently that Vice President Mike Pence and his wife will lead the delegation to celebrate.
Excellent. So there'll be a lot of people want to go there, don't they?
I guess so. Yeah.
How do you, when you're talking about all the athletes, all the staff, you have to create like an Olympic village, huh?
Yes.
And then there's the venues for the skiing and the skating and the hockey and all of snowboarding, all of these things. That's a huge undertaking, isn't it?
It's absolutely, yes. But I think we are prepared.
Korea is ready?
Yes, I think we are ready. And we are ready in the facilities and the staff. And we are ready to welcome those athletes and visitors from all over the world.
Are the people of Korea excited?
Very much.
Very, very much.
Yes, this is the first Olympic Games we are hosting since 1988, the Summer Olympic, which again was the first Olympic we hosted. And over the last 30 years, there has been a lot of changes in my country, in economy and in political democracy and also culture. And we are very excited that we would be able to showcase the contemporary Korea to the world.
Wonderful. Let's take a little pause. Tell the folks at home that we're talking with Ambassador Cho from the Republic of Korea. He is the ambassador representing South Korea to the United States, and we're very, very fortunate to be able to talk at this historic time, not only about the Olympics, but also a little bit about the relationship between North and South Korea, the United States, where that fits in, and we'll get a little education about Korea in general. What a dynamic country. Sit tight, we'll be back on the other side. This is America and the World. This is America and the World is brought to you by the Libra Group, the U.S.-China Education Trust, and F.Y. Chang Foundation, guided by Julia Chang Block, President. The League of Arab States, the Rotendaro Family Trust, Japan, History, Hospitality, and Advanced Technology, sharing tomorrow. The Forerunner Foundation, dedicated to forward-thinking public policy. And the Embassy Series, uniting people through musical diplomacy, presenting international artists in diplomatic settings. Mr. Ambassador, just going back, turning the clock back, a little education from you. Korean War, 1950 through 1953. Right. Soviet Union allied with the North. China was in there. United States more with the South. Technically, the countries are still at war, huh? I mean,
yes,
technically.
It's armistice treaty, not a peace treaty yet.
An armistice treaty, not a peace treaty. This is what I was thinking of. 2000, year 2000, South Korean President Kim, DJ Kim, Sunshine Policy. In 2007, President No from South Korea, 8-point peace plan, North and South. Come along now, 2018, President Moon, now Peace Olympics. Where are we in the process?
Well, as you know, that the tensions in Korean Peninsula has been high. North Korea tested very powerful nuclear weapon in September last year, and also they have launched a missile test many times. So over the last year and for the last several years, actually it has become a critical time for Korean Peninsula and the Northeast Asia for security and stability in the region. And we are very pleased that we are now going to make this as an Olympic of peace. And as we just discussed, that North Korea is now going to send a team, which is a good gesture of the inter-Korean relations. And through this, we hope that the inter-Korean relations and the tensions in Korean Peninsula could be reduced. And also this dialogue and Olympic Games could provide a momentum for talk, which can lead to more further issues in Korean Peninsula and in the region and for the world.
Do you think there's a possibility someplace along the line that Chairman Kim from North Korea and President Moon from South Korea would actually sit down and talk, or delegations would come together to continue a positive conversation about peace on the peninsula?
Perhaps not this time.
Not at this time.
President Moon made it clear that he will not seek a talk just for the sake of the talk. I would like to make it clear that improvement of South-North Korea's inter-Korean relations is very desirable, but it itself cannot proceed without some progress in the denuclearization talk. So in order to continue the momentum of this, we hope very much to continue this momentum to lead to more serious talk on the denuclearization. And also we hope that in the process, United States and North Korea's talk could be open too.
So to encourage talks between North Korea and the United States?
Yes.
That would be very exciting, huh?
We hope, I mean, over the next several months, there could be an opportunity to open the dialogue between United States and the North.
Here's something, I just end this little section of our conversation. So the Olympics are going to go very well. North Korea is sending huge delegation, huge cheering squad. Some of the pictures we've seen, and I think everybody was very surprised when Chairman Kim from the DPRK, from North Korea, kind of in his New Year's message opened the door to this all happening, which is very exciting. Here's my concern, Ambassador, and maybe you can help me. So let's say the Olympics go very well, and we're moving toward more conversation between North and South, maybe some conversation between the United States and North Korea, which I think is very exciting. So the Olympics end, and then the U.S. and the South Koreans have their military exercises, or Chairman Kim sends off another missile. Does everything just collapse? Or
we hope not. I'm sure that North Korea will not have any provocation of the period of Winter Olympics.
Oh, no,
and
no,
also
no.
Paralympics, which will continue until March.
Okay.
Because their athletes are there and their
the Paralympics, yes.
Yes, there. But beyond that, we still don't have any clear path where the current South-North Korea talk would lead to. And that's why I think that next 2 to 3 months is a very critical time. And we hope to keep this momentum to ultimately lead to more serious dialogue, not only for inter-Korean relations, but also it could lead to the steps that can lead to resolution of these nuclear problems too.
Somebody once said that hope is the amount of time and energy you commit to the not yet certain future. How does that resonate with you vis-a-vis North and South Korea? The amount of time and energy we commit to the not yet certain future.
Well, we understand that it could be a long process, and this nuclear problem of North Korea perhaps would not be able to be resolved overnight or even 1 or 2 years. But I think it's a very important issue, and all countries, including South Korea, United States, China, Russia, Japan, wants denuclearization, and that's the goal that we cannot compromise. But it also needs a lot of efforts, patience, and some creative approach to that. And for Koreans, we cannot think of any other options but resolve this through diplomatic effort and the combined efforts coordinated with our allies, United States, and also our neighbors to ultimately pursue denuclearization through dialogue and negotiation and conversations. So that's what we are trying to do, and we believe it is a good start that this Pyeongchang Olympics has provided with us for the opening of a dialogue between South and North Korea.
Is it wrong or right to accept North Korea as a nuclear power now?
There are some different assessment, but I think most assessment agrees that at least they are very close to the completion of their nuclear programs. Although we think that they are still some distance away from the completion of their nuclear program in terms of ballistic missile capacities, re-entries, technologies, and decoy schemes. But I guess most people agree that they are now very close to the end of the program.
You've been very honest and very open and very candid in educating us. Thank you, Ambassador. Let's talk about South Korea. Dynamic country, huge impact as far as its economy on the world. Educate us a little bit.
Well, Korea has developed very fast over the last half century from a war-devastated country. Now we are one of the industrial strengths in the world. Korea now has become 11th largest economy in the world, and we are the 9th largest trading nation. And we are the #1 producer of memory chips, and also we are #1 in LCD displayer, and we are #6 in automobile manufacturing, and #4 or 5 in steel, and #3 or 4 in electronic output. So Korea has become very successful in industrialization over the last half century. And based on our economic, the dynamisms and the energy of our people, and also some of our companies are now has become global brand, including Samsung, Hyundai, and LG. And we owe much to this hard work of Korean people, and also the global communities, because it provided a good environment that made possible such a rapid development of Korea. So now we are very pleased that we are the first country which has become from aid recipient country to donor countries. So we want to return some of the favors we benefited to the rest of the world. And we are running many assistance program, economic assistance program, including sharing of our development experience.
Population of the country is about what, 50 million?
We have more than 51 million.
51 million. Yeah. You live in an area of very powerful countries, North, South, China, Japan. How is the neighborhood getting along? I mean, we've talked a lot about North and South. China, I would imagine, a big trading partner?
Yes, now China has become the largest trading partner of
Your
Korea.
largest trading
Yes,
partner.
and also it's the largest trading partner to Japan too.
Oh, and with Japan as well.
I think so.
Prime Minister Abe, President Moon, the issue of the comfort women has come back on the table. What can be done to close that off, that horror of the war years, huh?
Now, my government position is history should not be forgotten, and it's the one which cannot be settled by the government agreement. But we don't want history issues be dragging the improvement and the strengthening our relation with our good neighbor, such as Japan. So we are trying to improve and further strengthen our relationship with Japan.
We're just about at the end of our time. What do you consider your primary mission as ambassador from dynamic country to the United States?
Well, I have many missions. I guess the most important mission for me is to contribute to sustain the peace and stability in the Korean Peninsula. As we have discussed, the tension has been increased in Korean Peninsula, and I think it's most important mission for me to help reduce these tensions by further exploring our opportunities of dialogue and to address and resolve this problem raised by North Korea's repeated provocations through missile test and also the nuclear bomb test through the diplomatic effort. And in that connection, my mission is having a very close consultation and coordination with my colleagues in the U.S. government to manage this problem in a stable manner and ultimately resolve this through peaceful and diplomatic effort. So that's my most important goal. And if I may say, another is to raise the awareness of Korea in American public. Now when I watch TV, looks like that the only problem the Korean Peninsula has is a North Korean nuclear problem. But I believe Republic of Korea has much to offer to American publics, including its vibrant culture, economy, and rich history, and many heritages in our creative and innovative cultural activities. So another goal of mine is to reach out the American public as much as I can and as frequently as I can. Ultimately, the alliance just could be a piece of paper without human friendship and friendship between our people. So I would like to contribute to increase our interactions of peoples and friendships so that the American public knows better about the story of my country. And in that way, I think American people understand better why our alliance and our relationship is such important.
Mr. Ambassador, thank you for trusting us, for our wonderful education that you've given us. The United States is lucky to have you here. Thank you so much. You would say, kamsahamnida?
Yes, and thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. This is absolutely wonderful opportunity to talk to American people.
Thank you, Ambassador.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your friendship and your support.
Thank you very much.
For information about This is America and the World, and to watch all of our programs, visit our website, thisisamerica.net, and look for us on Facebook and Twitter. You can listen to all of our ambassador interviews on our podcast, The Ambassador Series. It's available on our website and iTunes. This is America and the World is brought to you by the Libra Group, the U.S.-China Education Trust, and F.Y. Chang Foundation, guided by Julia Chang Block, President. The League of Arab States, the Rotendaro Family Trust, Japan, History, Hospitality, and Advanced Technology, sharing tomorrow. The Forerunner Foundation, dedicated to forward-thinking public policy. And the Embassy Series, uniting people through musical diplomacy, presenting international artists in diplomatic settings.